I'm Chuck Williams, 5'4.5", weighing in about 195 pounds a day.
Okay, and what shows did you do last year, big man?
Last year we started out with the USA's. Came in a little flat. Came up short with second place. Then we cruised over to the Nationals. Came in a lot bigger, brought up my weak points, but didn't nail the conditioning quite the way we needed to. Peaked a little too late, and took fourth place there.
Okay. And what are your plans for this year, big man?
This year we're going to cruise, hit USA's. Hopefully bring up all my weak points, and I think we're going to nail the conditioning this year.
Okay, good deal. And today you did
I did chest workout.
Yep, today you did chest and a little biceps, bud. Can you go ahead and take us through that, the movements, and what you like about each movement?
So yeah, we started out with cable fly. I usually like to start out with that because it pre-exhausts the muscle, and I can really concentrate on the squeeze and just getting that pec full of blood. And then moved over to some dumbbell floor presses, and I like those a little bit more than I do a bench press because I can really focus on keeping the tension on the pecs at all times. And with a bench, you start going, your elbows go below your chest a lot, and when you go to the floor, you can keep them parallel. When you're pressing, you're not going below that level.
So you're like not hyperextending all.
Yeah, you're not going below that level where the tension comes off your pec.
I got you.
You're just stretching it.
Okay.
Then we moved over to the hammer strength incline press. Actually, that's probably the first time I've done that in a couple years. Most of the gyms I train at don't have those. So it was a nice little change up for me. I could really feel the tension on the upper chest there.
Okay.
Then after that, we cruised over to the Pec Deck. Then again on that, I don't overstretch on those. I kind of like to keep the tension on the pecs at all times.
Okay. Now, is it because chest really isn't? I don't know. Have you ever had a problem with chest? I mean, that's not really a problem area for you, is it too much? Or?
Not really. But to me, I kind of think it's a little bit of a weak point, especially from the side. I'd like to have a little thicker chest, a little bigger, but coming as a middleweight, some of my other body parts are a little bigger than they probably should be. So, I think I lack a little bit in the chest.
Okay. Good deal.
We did incline dumbbell flies, and on these I try not to go real low. Okay. On the incline dumbbell flies, I really like those because I can really focus on the upper chest. And personally, if I don't hit my upper chest, I think it tends to shrink on me a lot. And on the flies, some guys like to go real deep on the flies, and I don't like to go deep because I think it puts a little too much pressure on my shoulders, and it takes some of the tension off the pec.
Okay.
So I don't go. To me, it's a full rep. Some people might not say it's a full rep because I'm not going all the way down the bottom, going real deep in the hole.
Now, in general, today you were saying during the workout, you're more quality of motion. Like you don't cheat a lot. You're using more like form and stuff, right, when you work out. Or?
Yeah, that's something might kind of changed in the past. In 2012, I trained real heavy. I'd always come in big for shows and never could dial the conditioning down. And in 2013, last year, I kind of changed my training methods up. Did a little more time under tension, just focusing on the contraction of the muscle. I didn't over. When I train the muscles, I make sure I do the full range of motion of the muscle. Not of the joint.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Otherwise, you do full range of motion of the joint, you kind of take the tension off the muscle.
Okay.
And I just want to keep the blood in the muscle, keep it swollen, tear as many fibers as I can.
And then keep the weight controlled, or keep the movement controlled. And don't worry about the weight as much.
Yeah, I don't worry about the weight. I used to worry about weight, and to me, it's all ego training, and that's how you start getting hurt, get the achy joints.
Yeah.
And since I quit training like that, I don't have those nagging injuries anymore. Not really. Obviously, always get them a little bit. But.
Yeah.
I like that. That's all we did for chest. Then we did one exercises for biceps. Did some dumbbell curls.
Okay. And would that be something you normally do for those, or?
Yeah, usually I'll start out with the dumbbell curls we did today, or I'll do a cable curl, just so I can really focus on the tension. And I like to do double curls at the same time. And then when I start getting a little heavier, I'll switch into singles.
What do you like about doing it at the same time, bud? Right.
It's just, to me, it keeps tension on the biceps, and I can, when I do doubles, I can start out I can hit the forearms a little bit. When I get to the top, I can really turn them and squeeze the biceps in the top.
I got you.
Then I can control the motion down. And then when it gets heavier, obviously it's a little harder to do with the doubles, so I'll go to the single where I can just push a little bit more weight and try to break some other fibers I'm not hitting normally.
Okay. And what's your breakdown normally for your training? Do you have like set days for set, or does it rotate, or?
Yeah, I normally, here lately, I've been doing like quads, hams, and glutes on one day, just for time reasons. And then I'll go into like back and shoulders one day. I usually do chest by itself. Then I like to do arms and tris together. Yeah, but when it gets closer to contest season, when I'm training 5-6 days a week, I'll split the hams and glutes up, or hams and quads up, just so I can focus more on getting the detail in the quads and focus on the hams. Because otherwise, it gets into a long workout, and I personally just can't. I don't think I can hit both the same. I'll neglect one or the other.
I gotcha. And what was your off season like? Your diet wise, this off season, like?
Okay, well, this off season I stayed a little leaner. Obviously, after nationals, I took about 8 weeks off. Just kind of had fun with my workouts. I didn't train 4, 5, 6 days, the hard days. Just went in, got the pumps, and I didn't really stick to a complete diet. My meals went from 6 maybe down to 3 or 4 a day. And then back in the beginning of January, I started picking the training up intensity and working my way back into cleaner foods. And I think I was doing probably 1 cheat meal a day. And then I was going really good until about March, beginning of March, when I started getting a little sick and started a new job.
Yeah. Well, that can be stressful for anybody.
Yeah, and I was working 60 hours a week, started getting a little sicknesses, just didn't let my body heal. So I ended up losing about 15, 20 pounds. And today, this video is my second full week back in the gym. I got about 15 of the pounds back, 100%, feeling better than I ever have. So it should be a good prep.
Good deal. And as the show gets closer, then how's your diet change, bud, as you're leading into the show?
I think usually around 12 weeks out, we cut out all cheats, and it goes strictly clean foods. A lot of sweet potatoes, rice, chicken, fish, maybe throw some red meats in every now and then.
Okay. And so you get George gives you carbs and everything, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, most people know George is a high carb guy. And
yeah.
He feeds me a lot of high carbs. We tried the low carb for USA, so I didn't come in quite the way I should have. Obviously I was flat.
Mm-hmm.
The nationals, I literally doubled the amount of carbs.
Okay.
And I came in a lot better. So this year I think we're going to do high carbs again and just hopefully nail the conditioning a little better.
Okay. Well, good deal, man. We'll definitely do some videos as you get closer in the USAs, and wish you the best of luck up there, big man.
Yeah, thanks. So far, this is the leanest I've ever been, 16 weeks out for a show.
And yeah, and I filmed you last year for MD, and your legs look like they're a lot bigger than they were last year too. So.
Yeah, that was I wanted to bring my sweep out a little bit more. Definitely, I know my hams and glutes have always been a weak point for me. So I think I brought all those up and hopefully maintain the muscle in the other areas I need to score that pro card again. I just like to give a shout out to my teammates, Midwest Iron Boys. Basically, the sport's you do the sport by yourself, but you get all the glory and the fame by yourself. But most people can't do it without their teammates or having support somewhere down the line. And I got to give a big thanks to the man here, Jeff Saigo, taking his time for shooting me. He's always looked out for me and helped me out when I needed it. I'd just like to thank anybody who follows me on Facebook and gives me the support.
Yeah, if people would want to try and get in touch with you or something, but is Facebook the best way to get a hold of you? Or?
Yeah, usually Facebook or Instagram. I'm more active on Facebook now than I've ever been before.
Okay. Except creepers.
Yeah, except for those creepers you get.
Stay away, creeper, if you're a creeper.
Then you get those haters,
Yeah.
If it fits your macros, haters,
But, okay, well, it sounds good, man. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you on stage, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Yep.